Hi! So I've been wanting to do this post for a little while now. Just kind of asking you guys what you think about all of this. I've been talking to some close friends recently about how they've been handling their anxiety. And I have a bunch of different friends that have been handling their anxiety in different ways. Like some people have, you know, adopted yoga. Some people have gone to a doctor and actually started taking medications, and I'll get to that point again later. I just don't know what the best way is for me to approach this, and I'm gonna like just explain to you like some of the shit that, like some of the symptoms that I experience and what I've been going through. It's been a lot better. Like it used to be really bad for me when I was in med school. And then whenever I went through like a really shitty time in my life a couple of years ago out here, I had some like intense relationship problems and things. It just felt like my whole life was falling apart. I had really bad anxiety then too. And I'm getting, it's not like it's bad now, but I still have like flare-ups every now and again, which I think is normal. I don't know, maybe not. But it sucks. So I wanted to ask you guys for advice. But before I get into that, I want to say that like if you want to reply to me via video, I actually am posting the same question on that app that I've been using a lot lately, Snacked, S-N-A-K-T. I'll leave a link to my Snacked in the description, but I left a video on there asking you guys about how you deal with your anxiety. What are some things that you have done that have really helped you overcome that? Please leave a reply and let me know. I need help. So yeah, if you want to respond to that in video format and tell me what you do to handle, you can. And like if you click the reply button and it actually puts your video right after mine and it's public so everyone can see it. So just so you know, don't say anything too personal that you don't want, you know, everybody else who follows on there follows me on there to see. But I would be interested in hearing like what you go through. You can just say what you do. Like if you want to say, hey, I like to exercise, and that's it, that can be your short response and that's fine. Or if you want to leave a longer response and tell me like what your symptoms are too and what stresses you out and how you handle it, and like advice for me, like you can make it as long as you want. I'm going to watch all of them. I'll probably even reply to a few of them too, because this is like a topic that hits close to home for me, obviously, because I'm struggling with it. And also thank you to everybody who has followed me on the app. I think I'm like at 900 and something, 30 almost followers right now. My goal was to get, my new goal is 1,500. I don't think I'm gonna get there, but they actually did agree to work with me. I think that they're gonna pay me per new follower at this point. Like they have like a rate and it's on commission. So every new follower I get helps me financially, which will actually help my stress levels a lot too, because I've been stressing lately about money stuff just because YouTube is really fucking demonetizing everything for me. And this probably is gonna get demonetized now because I just slipped fucking, that's fine, who cares? But yeah, if you want to follow me on there, it would really help a lot. And like I said, I'm getting paid now, like a commission per new follower. So I'll leave all that in the information below if you want to help me out. That'd be amazing. If you want to respond and tell me like how you handle it, that'd be amazing. But I'm just gonna get into it. I have been getting like panic attacks, and I don't know, I think everyone experiences panic attacks differently. For me, it's like a pain in my chest that can happen out of the blue. And the thing about stress is like stress is a thing that is cumulative. Do you know what I mean? Like it adds up and it almost reaches like a certain breaking point, like an activation energy required to achieve panic attack. And I feel like, you know, it just builds up and builds up and builds up, and certain things stress me out. Like the BuzzFeed thing really stressed me out. You know, Richie being long distance is super stressful to me. You know, it's just, there's a lot of things in my life that are stressful, and I don't want to get too personal. Like I have some family things going on right now that are stressing me out. And I think it just kind of adds up, and then out of the blue, I can be having a perfectly fine day. All of a sudden I feel like this anxiety like welling up inside of me. It's like this, like my whole body feels hot, and I feel like I'm like running out of breath for no reason, and then I get this intense pain in my chest. And it hurts. It feels like a heart attack. You know, don't worry, there's no pain running down my left arm. It's not actually a heart attack. But it feels, it's painful. It's not just that I'm like sad or like have shortness of breath. It's like a physical pain that I feel when that happens. And like a lot of times it's accompanied by like, I fidget a lot with my hands. Like I can't keep my hands still. I can't like relax anything. I feel like I can't, like I said, I can't breathe. Like no matter how many breaths I take, it's not enough. And like a lot of times it's like I cry a lot too, like uncontrollably, and I can't, like, it's irrational, and I don't know like Like sometimes it is caused by a thing that happens. Like if a bad thing happens and like I find out about this bad thing, then I could have a panic attack right away. Or like I said, it can pop up out of the blue. A couple of nights ago, I was sitting on my couch, vegging out. I had just finished like editing a long video, the BuzzFeed one actually, and maybe that's why I was stressed. But I had just finished editing my BuzzFeed video and I was sitting on the couch, I was watching The Office and eating pizza, having a great time, just vegging out. I was like, it was much needed relaxation time. And all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, I just didn't feel good and I could feel it happening. And then I had like a panic attack and I'm like, why? Why? I was doing fine. I felt normal. Like nothing happened in that moment to like set me off. I didn't have a fight with anyone. No one gave me any bad news. You know, like I said, I did just finish editing my video on BuzzFeed, which that actually was stressful to me, but I wasn't stressed as I was editing it. I don't know. It was just a very strange thing. And I remember when I was in med school, that would happen too. Because I was so stressed, always studying, and so many like other bad things were happening in my life at the time too. That caused me to have these panic attacks. So that's why I know it's like normal to have them pop up out of the blue, because my hair is doing its own thing right now. Just because, like I said, stress is cumulative and it can reach that breaking point at any point. But I don't know. And I have a friend who has been dealing with anxiety, but her anxiety was more like situational based. Like she would have anxiety if she went outside and was around like large crowds of people, or she would have anxiety if, you know, someone she loved was in a dangerous situation, like even not a dangerous situation, like crossing a street. Like her mind would immediately go to, they're gonna get hit by a car and die, I'm never gonna see them again. And she would have like a lot of anxiety about that. I don't think I have that. But my anxiety is, like I said, more cumulative and just will like be something that strikes at any point that, you know, it can be offset by something or it can just happen. But like what she did, my friend who had the like situational anxiety, she went to a doctor and she started taking, I think, like an off-brand of Lexapro or something. And that's made like a huge difference. So I'm kind of like, I get so nervous whenever the topic of like meds come up, because I took meds. Like I said, when I was in school, like I was really stressed. So I did take an anti-anxiety pill. I forget what it was called. But it was similar to Lexapro, I think. And I just, you know, it didn't affect me too negatively, but it did make me feel kind of numb as a human. Like I didn't have as many emotions in general. Like, so I wasn't as sad anymore, but I also just didn't feel things as much anymore. And I felt kind of like I was losing a part of myself a little bit. I'm afraid of that happening again. But I do think that this is something that I can't just fix without trying something like that. So if you like feel comfortable, like I said, if you feel comfortable, leave a comment and let me know if you have any experiences with meds, if you have like a recommendation. If I go to the doctor, should I suggest a certain thing that's like worked really well for you? Also, if you feel comfortable, you can reply to my video on Snacked and tell me like all of your advice. Maybe there's like several things that you suggest that I do. So yeah, I'm like looking forward to like your replies and reading the comments. And like I said, if you want to follow me on Snacked, even if like honestly, like even if you don't intend on ever using it, it's only on Apple phones, but you can also click, there's a link in the description. You can also follow me on a web browser, so you don't necessarily have to have Apple products. But if you could just find a way to follow me on there regardless, I'd really appreciate it, because like I am getting paid on commission now, so every new follower I get helps me, so that'd be cool. And also, like, even if you don't want to follow me, you just want to reply, like honestly, I'm really looking forward to advice. And maybe at some point I should make a video on my main channel talking about this. I feel like I've talked before about like stress and anxiety, but I don't want, I've been trying lately to make my main channel a little bit more happy of a place to be, because if it's always negative, like I just feel like people aren't drawn to that as much as like exciting things. So I've been trying to be more positive on my main channel, but at the same time, like this is a really important topic, and I feel like people, you know, it was just like Mental Health Awareness Day, and you know, people were talking about things, and that was really encouraging to see. But I don't think enough people talk about, you know, this kind of thing, and like people are ashamed. Like I'm not ashamed. Like yeah, I've got issues. Everyone has issues. Mine happens to be pretty bad anxiety. And I talked about it a lot in my show, The Skeptic's Guide to Wellness. Like I would go to different places and they're like, how can we heal you? And I'm like, well, I have anxiety, and that would be that. So maybe you guys can help me come up with some good ideas. And if you think it's worthwhile to go see a doctor, and if you have like a certain thing that helped you, then I can recommend that or suggest that they recommend it. I don't know how that works, but I'm sure they wouldn't be opposed to hearing me say, well, this has worked for a friend, or this worked for somebody who, you know, recommended it to me. I think all of that's good stuff. So again, thanks for watching. I look forward to reading all of your comments. My next video I post on here, I have 2 videos I need to post on this channel. One is the behind the scenes of the Empress music video, and the other one is the compilation of all of your bathtub hate videos on me, which are really funny. So I'll get to work on those. I just wanted to put this out there because I am getting that payment per follower, and that ends on Friday. So basically I have to get as many followers on there as fast as I can before Friday, or like until Friday, through Friday. So that's why I wanted to post this now on Wednesday to let you guys know. And like I said, any and all help would be much appreciated. I look forward to reading the comments. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. Mwah.